A look from up above at Rec Hall as it's the second round of the NCAA Women's Volleyball Tournament here on BTN as the 8th seed Penn State hosts the Blue Hens of Delaware. And now we welcome you courtside, everybody. Brian Tripp alongside Kelsey Detweiler. And Kelsey, last night Penn State knocked Liberty out of the tournament. The Nittany Lions winning in straight sets. The Penn State team that's very young, and they showed it at times last night.
Definitely, Brian. You know, I talked to Penn State's assistant coach, Dennis Hohenschel, after the match. He said that his two freshmen that started, especially Nia Grant and Micah Hancock, a bit nervous, but he expected it a little bit. Micah Hancock, their setter, definitely settled in during the match, he said, and really connected with her offensive powerhouses.
Delaware eliminated American last night in 4 sets. The Blue Hens were outblocked and out-hit, but this time of year, all it is survive and advance, and they did just that.
And you know, Delaware's head coach, Bonnie Kenny, said the same thing. Anybody can get hot in this tournament, and last night, Delaware was able to oust American in 4 sets, 3 sets to 1, and they're looking to do that again here tonight.
One of the key cogs for Delaware, the setter up front, Renee Tomko, the conference's setter of the year, very good in the middle.
And that's something that the Blue Hens are definitely going to need tonight. A setter controls the offense, coordinates the offense, and goes to their power hitters. So the offense is going to be a big key here tonight for Delaware.
Speaking of power hitters, Penn State has a bunch of them. 2 of them, Ariel Scott and Deja McClendon, stick out. Scott, 16 kills a night ago.
And you know, Scott said that she could really contribute to that. Her and Micah Hancock had great chemistry last night, and when Ariel Scott gets hot, she gets hot. So we'll look to see that again here this evening.
The winner of this match heads to Lexington for the regional semifinal. Penn State, Delaware, next on BTN. Now look at the starting lineup for Delaware. Katie Hank, Kim Stewart, Alyssa Alker, Chelsea Lawrence, Karina Evans, Renee Tomko, and Kara Rosehill, the libero for Bonnie Kenny's Delaware Blue Hens, making the 4-hour trek up from Newark, Delaware to square off with 4-time defending national champion Penn State. And the starting lineup now for the Penn State Nittany Lions tonight. Ariel Scott, Deja McClendon, Maddie Martin, Katie Slay, Nia Grant, Micah Hancock, and Allie Longo, all underclassmen. 13 of the 17 players on the Penn State team are underclassmen. It's been an up and down season at times this year for the Nittany Lions, and they're trying to peak at the right time and bring home a 5th consecutive national title.
And you know, this is something that Penn State thrives for. Penn State, I talked to Kristen Carpenter earlier this week, and she said that this is when they turn it on. This is when anybody can get hot, and this is when the Nittany Lions want to get hot. And the same for Delaware. Bonnie Kenny last night said this is the time that her team needs to get hot. So I feel like this tonight is going to be a good matchup of 2 really tough teams.
One player that was on fire last night for Penn State was Ariel Scott. You talk about hot, and everything that she did last night seemed to work.
Yeah, and Ariel Scott, you can see right there, she's just able to elevate herself so well, get above the ball. And you see right there, those are hard-hitting kills that she can pound into the floor, but she's also very good at tipping it over, just a little bit of a soft touch, and she's really just a double threat on the floor for the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Scott had a match-best 16 kills on 452 a night ago as Penn State knocked Liberty out of the tournament. Ariel Scott and Deja McClendon, 2 outstanding players. It's going to be hard for Delaware to contain that tandem here tonight. One of the best in the Big Ten. Scott led Penn State in kills per set in conference season. There's Russ Rose, the man orchestrating this Penn State attack. He has 5 national championships all time in his 33rd season, and Bonnie Kenny, his counterpart in her 10th season at Delaware and her 5th tournament overall, 2-4 all time in NCAA tournament action. Coached at South Carolina and UMass, and now at Delaware, and really doing a nice job of building this program up. These 2 teams have met twice before. Penn State leads this series 2-0, and those meetings coming a long time ago. The first meeting tonight between Penn State and Delaware in the NCAA tournament, the 2nd round, and a trip to Lexington on the line as the head coaches meet, as we're about ready for action here tonight. Penn State from start to finish in set number 1, 25-12 in favor of the home team, as the Nittany Lions hit at 500 in that first set. Not much went wrong for Penn State.
And the Blue Hens, you can see here, the Blue Hens were only able to hit a percentage of 0 against Penn State's 500. The Blue Hens really not able to put up a block against the Nittany Lions either. They only had 1 block, whereas Penn State had 3. Penn State also had a lot more attempts blocking. The Nittany Lions have a much bigger presence at the net so far into this match.
Penn State definitely with some size advantage here tonight. 5 aces also really hurt the Blue Hens of Delaware. Not their first rodeo, though, as you would say. 4th tournament appearance within the last 5 years for the Blue Hens. And they were able to get the win last night. First win in a tournament since 2007. And they try to bounce back now in this second set against Penn State. I think the block is a big key for Bonnie Kenny's team.
Definitely. I can imagine that Bonnie Kenny said something about it on the sideline here after this first set. She probably also said something about the fact that the Blue Hens have made 6 errors here in the first set to Penn State's 1. They're definitely going to have to clean up their defense if they need to contend with the Nittany Lions.
Delaware faced Virginia Tech last year in the NCAA tournament. That was here at Rec Hall, hosted by Penn State. Penn State hosting the opening rounds of the tournament for the 22nd consecutive season. And so far, a really good start for the team in white. Not much has gone wrong. Ariel Scott with 3 kills after 16 a night ago. Deja McClendon just 1 away from matching her total from last night. 4 kills on 8 attacks. And now Delaware to serve to start set number 2. Renee Tomko, who picked up an ace for the Blue Hens. Their lone ace will serve, and we're underway here in the second. Penn State out of system to McClendon off the block. Hank plays it. Tomko back set. Penn State picks it up on the swing by Evans. Now Scott over Evans and down. Penn State comfortably ahead here in the second set, looking to take a 2-0 lead into the locker room. Fans, the official website of Penn State Athletics, GoPSUSports.com, is your home for the most up-to-date and complete coverage of your favorite teams, student athletes, statistics, video highlights, and the best online store Penn State fans have ever enjoyed. GoPSUSports.com. Log on today. Make sure you check GoPSUSports.com tomorrow. The bowl announcement being made for the Penn State Nittany Lions. A solid season for Penn State. And a big game against Wisconsin last week. Fell in that one, but the Nittany Lions should be happy about where they're headed here in bowl season. Also, the women's volleyball team, should they advance, GoPSUSports.com, your home for coverage of all Penn State athletics. Make sure you check back for us. Need 4 more wins for another national championship. Penn State will head to Lexington, where either UCLA or San Diego will be waiting. After a sweep here tonight, and the Nittany Lions at 4-26 in this match. 8 aces for the Nittany Lions, and 11-2, they outblock the Blue Hens of Delaware. Now Kelsey Detweiler standing by with Russ Rose.
Here with Penn State head coach Russ Rose. Coach, how do you feel like your players played tonight? Second round win. How does it feel?
Well, I mean, I thought it was a match where we served really tough, and you know, we had a big height advantage at the net, and you know, Delaware never really got into the flow of the game that would have been suitable for them. So, you know, the scores certainly were indicative of a pretty big disparity, but it was really more, we played pretty well and they didn't have a good night.
Offensively, you had a lot of things working for you guys. Ariel Scott last night and again tonight. Deja making a better showing. How do you feel about offensively?
Well, I mean, again, you know, both teams this weekend weren't big at the net like we're accustomed to in the conference. So we had pretty good confidence attacking, but we know we'll have to be a lot better once we advance to the next round.
And how about confidence looking forward? Last night, a lot of big things in the NCAA tournament. How do you feel like you guys look as far as moving forward?
Well, I don't think we look like one of the leading teams, but yeah, there were some upsets around the country, and you know, it's one and done. If you don't play well, you know, you're not going to advance, whether it's us or somebody else.
Congratulations. Good luck. Back to you, Brian.
Penn State certainly survives tonight. 25-12, 25-9, 25-18. A clean sweep for the Nittany Lions. One of their defensive cogs tonight was Allie Longo, who had 19 digs, and she's with Kelsey.
Here with Penn State's libero, Allie Longo. Allie, a great win against a tough team here tonight. Talk about a second-round victory. How's it feel?
It feels great. I thought we did a good job as a team and definitely got ourselves in a good rhythm.
And then in that third set, a little bit of confusion in the back row, passing. Talk about what that was. What do you need to do to fix that?
I think that's just team chemistry. I thought we did a really nice job, and then we threw in some of our players that stepped up, but we needed to do it a little quicker.
You know, I talked to you guys earlier this week. The tournament's something you guys know. Anybody can get hot, and moving on from here, obviously tougher competition. What are you guys looking forward to?
I think it's an exciting time of year right now, so we're definitely looking forward to just getting out there and playing some tough teams and challenging ourselves and showing that we have what it takes.
Congratulations, good luck. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Penn State moves on as the Nittany Lions hit at 426 tonight. 11 blocks to 2, 8 service aces, and Russ Rose has to be pleased with the performance of his Penn State Nittany Lions, and they will advance to Lexington as Penn State will head to the Lexington Regional Semifinals, awaiting the winner of the UCLA and San Diego match. And Texas, the #1 overall seed, could loom as well in the NCAA tournament. And there's another look at it. The Lexington Regional, Kentucky already through. Penn State now joins them. And next weekend down in Lexington should be a fun time. Texas up 2-0 over Michigan State. UCLA could be there as well. San Diego, all quality teams this time of year. 4 more matches, and you have a national championship. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the NCAA and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the NCAA. For everyone here on our crew tonight, an outstanding job as usual, especially Kelsey Detweiler. I'm Brian Tripp saying so long from Happy Valley. Penn State wins it, a sweep over Delaware tonight to move on.